Third and final map here then. Inferno between forZe and Movistar. Both nicking away each other's map picks. You can see the previous going the way of forZe in a pretty one-sided fashion. Movistar Riders maybe a bit more work required on Nuke, but as the story goes, they're in with the coach this evening. And the fact that they're able to take a map and bring us to 3 is a surprise in and of itself. If they can take the series, I think forZe will be very disappointed in themselves. Once again, joined by Neokai here as we get into the Flaming Inferno.
We'll have to see. This has been a really weird game. I mean, just fundamentally, this has just been nice and scrappy. Going towards Inferno, we spoke about it just before we head into the break, that this is not a good map for either side. Both sides put up some real stinkers on this one. They got about a 20% win rate, which is not what you want to see at all. So let's see if things can change here. It looks like Movistar want to head towards B, and they're setting up for their util. And Krad's ready to meet it.
Dinner as well. Got the first orange flash ready to go if they commit through the smoke, which it looks like they will. Flash comes in. It's a little ineffective. Krad's there for an instant trade. Gokashima at the back end of the site as well. May not be expected. Comes away with one. The Glocks will pick him off. 3 versus 3 here on the retake. A very quick rotation coming in from forZe, so not a lot of time for Movistar Riders to get comfortable. First kill comes in on this post plant. Where do they go for the trade? Result can't get it done. Triple peak is so lovely to watch. Just Krad remaining, and they may well go in for something very similar once again. Nothing going to happen for him as Mopos finds his second to lock out the round.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Movistar really needed. Of course, forZe kickstarted with the pistol rounds in towards overpass, and they were just able to just pull away with things. So the main thing is now that they start confidently, effectively. Of course, indeed. So, because on that T side, bomb plant plus kills mean they have all the money to work with in terms of a buy. forZe don't have the same luxury, but yeah, I was gonna say, Tino did force back for a second there, then thankfully went back and refunded it. Just gonna be a full eco out of the forZe side. Quad stack towards B. They can leave just one. That's Shalfie in the direction of A, trying to force them in towards the stack.
Slow wind up here. Love a lineup like that. Looks very funky, but it will make its way towards Coffin, which is the goal. The bomb, not necessarily going B, but in time, I think it will end up here. We'll see. They're contacting their way in. I do like a bit of a theory crafting around like this. The burst will come round, namely from the CT side. Shalfie was so close, you know. He nearly got away with that. Just absolutely flabbergasting them as he flies through, not shooting at us. What's going on? What do we do?
It's close. No cigar, but, you know, in those rounds, they're a bit of a throwaway. forZe into the first full buy. Tinner on towards the FAMAS quad M4 alongside it. For forZe, this is a very important round as well. What is traditionally regarded as a bonus buy, and it is a bonus buy over towards Movi with the double Mac 10s coming through and that Galil. Or Galils, plural. And one AK of Joss can cause the damage if it finds some form, and forZe got to make sure that this is a round that gets locked in their favor. If they don't, once again, financially, going to be in a lot of trouble. Mopos goes through the util as well, taking a lot of damage, but decent space towards top car to work with.
Shalfie in a lovely little spot here. Flash comes round, and he will mow them down. That is so smart. Because where, realistically, can they go? Now that he can stand there, now that there's no railing in the way. Very difficult to trade and he's got plenty of space there. That smoke will all be down to Mopos. Quick 2 from him. He doesn't have the bomb. There would be, you know, a bit of a path opened up towards B, maybe, if he did. But, yeah, it's not the case here. It should be the round over in just a matter of moments. It all depends on where his next fight happens.
Yeah. Not only that, Mopos. That's all that's left. He's so low. Unfortunately, has absolutely nothing to speak of. We'll get a consolation. Nearly just in time for that second, but not to be solo, so no chance really for them. That'll be a first on the board for forZe. Important. Of course, pretty damn expensive as well, being that as it was just a bonus buy. Obviously, going to have AKs to work with. In there, plenty. Heading into our round number 4. Now the onus on what forZe can do in terms of their response. Still wielding that FAMAS coming through, but overall, not a bad position. There's a double kill in play as well for Just and Blade, who have prioritized that utility, and understandably so as well.
Big nade in towards middle. Result trying to find the entry, but unable to do so. No opportunity presenting itself, just backing off here. Krad. Meanwhile, nades over the top. I'll watch himself. Nades going round, but no kills landing as yet. Oh, there were 2 flashes at the exact same moment. Mopos finds a double, and that is absolute filth from the Movistar Riders. Shalfie with an open angle there, just trying to catch them off guard. He has done for 1. He's only got 5 bullets. Does well to find another. USP is out. Oh, and a team kill has really turned this round upside down. Suddenly a chance, especially because the player in on the B-bomb side that's just planted is all alone. daviG has no support yet. Can he make it out? Oh, Result is so close to that corner, but there was a smoke blocking it anyway, so they're all good to get out of there. Tap onto the bomb, though. What do they do here? Nade goes down. Trade out from Result. Really solid hold here. Really solid ideas. It's just going to be down to 1. Just has to try and get them both off the bomb. Resalt's got the kit, but he's gone in for the tap to try and take Just. There's a smoke in the way. He gets the kill. Can he get on the bomb fast enough?
I think he does.
This is going to be awfully close, but I think he's just about got it. Yeah, just within a second there. All the same, a massive, massive clutch up from forZe.
Yeah, well played. Result. The perfection I say in those fights. They're playing around the smoke nicely. And it comes down to really, really solid retake from Movistar, letting that slip. They are going to be kicking themselves, essentially. That's a round that should have been locked in their favor. They had the post plant set up, granted. Pretty passive, a little bit further back in terms of where they were stepping. And unfortunately, they do get punished for it. 2 apiece. Unfortunately for Movistar. Well, they do have a buy. It's not exactly a pretty one. Triple Galil. 1 Mac 10 and 1 Tech 9. Early Molly as well is going to keep them at bay, at least on this first 25-ish seconds or so. Shalfie forced to play further back. Not a horrible position to be in if you are forZe right now.
Shalfie. A little awkward there. Didn't actually spot anybody, but eventually got that smoke down. Gokashima up with a frag from the coffins. So a lovely kickoff for forZe. They will now bolster a decent read here for that rotation.
Ready though, once again, looking back in the direction of A. Shalfie posted. Spamming, nothing comes of it. Just gonna play a little bit further back. Time's on the tick, and Movistar got to make a decision. Nade will come on towards the corner. Not a lot of damage, but it's a good angle from Result. Unfortunate to walk away with a kill. This feels janky. Time's ticking, and a line it up for Krad as well. What a time for a reload. Shalfie gonna buy him at least something before he does forZe. Result gonna continue to play around that bow position. Just nothing left in the locker for him. Seen off by Result. Another really, really solid hold on towards the site. It's 2 for Krad. 1 across the board for all Bartinner. Exactly what you want to see as well. This is a very, very solid CT side now that forZe are starting to showcase.
All too easy. Really, really great look for the side of forZe. Timeout coming round from Movistar Riders. They feel that burn, I suppose. Nothing they can really do in this round, but it is the future ones that we're a bit more concerned about, whether they're able to stay hot on the heels of forZe. That's the key thing. You know, we've had 2 very streaky kind of games, to be honest, where teams didn't really keep the rounds all that close. And I think, particularly for this first half, particularly for this T side, where Movistar have struggled a bit more, they won the rounds to be as near as possible, right? Any opportunity to take a lead.
Well, for now, was an okay position. They're going to take a lot of space in towards B here as well. First fight. Going to go the way I cried daviG to 4. And I don't think Adam S is going to be long-lived here because he does get checked effectively. Matter of moments. It's just 2. And this should be the round already.
Yeah, looking good. Blade alone. He's only... Oh, got a Glock and just goes down through the smoke. Not sure if Tinir heard him step or hit him earlier, but when we tuned in, that looked a bit sus, didn't it? Either way, 4-2 now. Movistar Riders going to have to put that timeout into action.
Yeah, again, this has been a... it's starting to like quite a one-sided affair. On the CT side, forZe taking a lot of onus. Team map number 2 was pretty rough around the edges. Movistar never looking good in any sort of fashion. Does make you ask, once again, the questions of what happened to forZe in map number 1. Noob was he very rough around the edges?
A lot of nades raining on in towards this banana area, as there so often is. Result out in this mid window. I think they're going to have a decent idea that he's around in the apartments. Has to be dealt with before they can really make a move towards A at all. So they might just bail on that idea and go B. And you know what? The idea from forZe there was a little wacky for a moment with 4 towards B. I mean, I think Shalfie really wants to go B, but they're just kind of not letting him. 3 isn't the most outlandish thing in the world. And it will, in fact, be an A hit as Result has dropped that mid-room control that he had.
For now, though, double stack towards Bauk, surely. Going to be unexpected in at least some way. Bomb looks like someone's committed towards B, though. B plays here ready to meet them. Mopos, though, does find Tinner. Krad answer back. Nakashima still an unknown quantity. Oh, and they line up as well. Krad gonna find a double. Just to the edge of that smoke. Peering out. Gokashima comes forward. And that'll be all she wrote. That looked very poorly played when it came down to it. Movistar, they get stuck on themselves.
Yeah, that's kind of wild that it pans out that way, to be honest. I really don't know what to say. Absolutely crazy stuff. forZe will be counting their lucky stars then. Massive round for them to be taking. As you can see, the economy of Movistar has started to crumble a little. They really do not have the money in reserve. A lack of bomb plants, severe lack of bomb plants. So I think they indeed are going to start to struggle into the final portion of this first half. forZe, meanwhile, at a turning point, right? In this new game, in this new MR12, you can find yourself really solidifying things if you get beyond 5. It's certainly into a half in particular. Mopos, quick one from him. Gokashima, nice double spray down to near. Somewhat unexpected. A few too many targets. Felt like maybe he should have found that first frag and switched off it. Bit of panic coming in. He's not had the best game here. 1 and 5, actually. Just going to be down to Result and Shalfie then. They will absolutely go for this with the cash that they have in the locker. Here we are. First comes in. daviG and Blade remain. And Blade's caught out in the open. So it's the unhealthy daviG left to do it all against 2. Flash around. Finds the head of the first. Well read by daviG. His position will now be known, but such a difficult one to deal with. Molotov comes in. Shalfie's going to play ahead of it. Oh, and he gets the headshot. Big 1v2 for daviG.
Gotta be said, so important as well. So desperately needed. Movistar have looked a little bit all over the place. Like you said, some of their executes, even that round prior, had just a little bit of nerves around it. Looked like the comms were very cluttered. And forZe were exposed that better, but Again, the fact that it even has to come down to 1 versus 2 isn't the brightest kind of sign going forward. forZe still look like the more confident, comfortable side in the server. Are they going to come deep? Rest not going to face it. Doesn't need to either. Bit of damage dealt there on towards the CT side, though, through the flames, but a smoke will keep them alive, at least for a bit.
Oh, Gokashima, lovely shot. Result holding down middle here will be difficult to get past. They, for the first time, really, have got the AWP out and made it known. So I think it's going to be difficult for them to get through this on the Movistar Riders side. You know, it's a change-up from forZe. As soon as they lose a key round, they have switched things up massively. Kashima flash ineffective, spots out another. Oh, gonna miss that shot. Sticks around as well. Maybe could have got round the corner there, to be honest with you. Quickly into Movistar Riders taking the lead here. So I don't really know what to make of this, to be honest. It's gotten difficult for forZe to find a way in when it started off so well.
Yeah, gotta be said. Looking a little on the rough side. Time ticking, however. 30 seconds to make a decision here. Numbers in the favor of Movistar. But still need to be careful. Going in the direction of a Result. First fight for him. Avoids the flash around the corner. Tinner. And I know quantity in towards pit. With Davi G and Mopos combined, that should be that. Krad in the 1v3. Surely too tall an order.
You would think. And he also thinks. Wow, Movistar Riders then, man, turning a couple of rounds on their head. Really nicely done, particularly in this one. But I think, you know, forZe just kind of playing into their hands. 2 awkward little moments. We obviously got to see Gokashima there at short. Like I say, could have exited, hit a shot. Was it a sitter? Not necessarily, but it was maybe like a 60% difficult shot. You know, it wasn't asking the most out of him. And then also there was a push at the bottom end of Banana there, you can see. I want to say from Tania. He's been the other B player at the moment, but yeah, I don't know. A bit of a strange one. No, it can't have been because Tania's got a kill. Either way, it was Shalfie. There you go. So Shalfie at the bottom end of Banana, pushing off at the wrong moment. So they lost 2 players in the exact same second, really.
Yeah. So to say, a little rough. Definitely feeling a little on the side of uncomfortable at the moment. Now on the flip side, forZe, they've had these moments again where they've just overextended ever so slightly. They're giving Movistar these 1v1s, these 50-50 duels at times, which are giving them some level of kind of confidence to work with. Movistar side that feel like they don't have a lot to offer in towards this game overall, just with the roster troubles. These fights doesn't feel like what you want at all. Mopos gonna flash back in around that smoke, and he exposes Krad there. Labor spray doesn't even connect a bullet.
Gokashima again changing things up, beautifully dynamic on the AWP in these past few rounds. Misses that shot, but a difficult one to deal with here. He will eventually go down. Aim punch getting the better of him, but he's provided some impact. Probably the best map out of Gokashima we've seen. Thus far in that sense. 3 versus 3 ensues for the final minute of the round.
Definitely feels, once again, like this one's on life's edge here. Result gonna be able to fall away, at least momentarily. He's in trouble here. Surely, no, maybe he is the trouble. There's one, make that 2, that's the bomb. Surely should be enough now. Bomb gonna go in the direction of A. Will be met with a nade for just. Granted, doesn't have time to work with. Bomb will get planted too, but isn't feeling good.
Taken out from the side. Just didn't really know where to look, unfortunately. forZe will find it. forZe will also hold on to their lead, which is kind of the key thing here. Shalfie on the bomb. Tinner going to head towards the top end of Banana and get that AWP, of course. So a lovely little recovery. Yeah, comes at the perfect time, like I say, to just hold on to their lead. Movistar Riders not right back to square one, but I guess if square 2 is a thing, they're kind of there, right? They're not in that prime position to take the lead that they wanted after this round.
Exactly. So, I think the very kind of time being for forZe, you can take the silver lining of either in a position now where locked at the bare minimum a draw. Movistar are within 2, but forZe can still make this a very one-sided first half. Just gotta make sure though, do not allow Movistar to amber a couple back at the tail end. Flash on the corner. Dokashima full blind in trouble, and Krad is dead. Nice entry. Much better pace being taken there by Movistar Riders.
Good to see, though, it is something that they've fallen back on in the past couple of rounds. Heck of a shot from Mr. Goku. Or Goku? Goku, probably, right? Is that not where it comes from? Either way, I don't watch anime. He doesn't check his angles. Oh, and Davy G comes away with 2. Shalfie and Resol suddenly all alone. It was looking pretty good. What is going on through these smokes this round, man? Shalfie gonna go through his smoke as well, by the way. Flash comes around, finds the kill. Oh, and spins around to pick up Adam. This has been an absolutely wild bloodbath. Just as defuse the bomb, guys. Just is giving up the round.
They have no idea. They literally have no idea. They think he's playing post plant. They're never going to expect that Just is all the way in towards library. Surely they've just spotted him there. No. Well, Shalfie has. Doesn't make a difference. Resol is going to win out the round regardless. Let's get the kill off the back of it. Very weird ending, but it will at the very least be forZe finding that 7. Very scrappy round. It looked like it was all in place. And Shalfie, brilliant from him. His last remaining bullets. We'll see it off. 7-4. Fun round of the half. Can forZe make it 8, or the Movistar make this a 2-round game heading into their CT side?
Ain't that the million-dollar question? We will find out. All the utility down Banana. Mopod's going to take a little bit of damage, but there were 2 grenades headed his way, so if he'd been kind of an inch further forwards, I think he would have taken an awful lot more. They will gain the Banana control. Resol going to eat a bit of damage himself. Flash comes around. Oh, it's perfectly timed. If Krad had a slightly better weapon, that's a free kill. You know, they just started to back away. They caught the straggler, but they couldn't kill him. Gokashima with some info towards middle and maybe down middle as well. Yeah, they're expectant of the B hit now, I think, to be honest. But rotation coming back in, as is the trend on Inferno.
Gotta be said, Gokashima playing with fire a little bit. Oh, Gokashima's surely in trouble here. Feels like he's destined to die in this corner. Yeah, exactly that. Gokashima will fall to the hands of Davy G. No decision. Actually, Movistar going to double back towards B. There's 2 players here to meet them. 1 in quick rotation from long as well. This feels weird. Feels very weird, but not a great buy for forZe in the tail end here. To farmhouse an MP9 to keep them at bay.
Tanir with a comical death there. Krad will come around with the MP9. Is there any chance of salvage here in this round? It looks like not. Resol caught with his pants down. It is a 5th for Movistar Riders. Not a bad little half. All the rifles, though, pretty much going the way of forZe. It's kind of crazy to see. There was a half A in there, and then 2 rifle wins for Movistar Riders. So we'll see when this one flips over. I think forZe are really going to open a can on this Movistar side. Either way, I'll leave you with the highlights, and we will take a break. What up? Welcome back. 7-5 at the turn of the half here. Movistar Riders do indeed manage to bring it a bit closer at the tail end. They're going to need the pistol here, though. Their rifles did not look fantastic for the majority of that T side. It is a very different game, of course, on the defensive end, but a lot of work to be done and indeed have to turn the narrative, flip the script, I believe they say.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say from what we've seen so far, there's been positives on both sides, but if forZe found a pistol around here, you start to think that they're in a very strong position to potentially be on track to close this out. Flashes towards A. If he can take first contact. The bound pop comes through. Adam's going to find 3. Oh, that could not have gone worse. Tinner, Risso, and Krad get stuck, and they just cannot find their way out. So poorly played, and now it's all falling apart.
Insanely well read, though, from the side of Movistar Riders. You know, the apps pop, the long hauls pop is pretty common in the pistol because of the efficacy of those flashes, but in this round, anything but. Gokushima at range trying to take on the Julies. Not going to happen. However, against the USP, he finds more success. Still has yet to get a kill. They know where he's at. And surely not long for this world from here.
Say in this 1v5 situation, it's a less than adequate position to be in. Well, at the very least, Adams will see it off. A very good round from him. 4 kills to saying the opening 3 were pretty perplexing, to say the least. I feel like forZe just got completely stuck into us Baug. They were in their own way, in a weird way. And, well, of course, that being said, it is going to be Movistar up to 6 within 1, and with no bomb plant, no kills coming through for forZe, no money. So Movistar should tie this game up, at least pretty nicely.
Yeah, looking good. Curious to see what is going to be done with this flashbang, but ultimately no real chance in for Movistar Riders to lose this, to be honest. Now that I've said that, of course, but this would be something else. Mopos is digging. A question of how far he's going to go. Just chilling here at the tail end of Banana. Here's a few footsteps coming his way. A little bit of a peek in from Tania. Krad can go for it off 250, but down he goes instantly. I'm sure Shalfie will scoop up that $300 pistol, but nothing really coming off here. And I think Mopos has a good amount of information to work with. Knows there's a few more bodies around. Can he hold off? Surely from here, he's got the support in as well behind him. Looks pretty good to me. And in from middle as well to just make sure that everything is nice and smooth. So a perfect round there from Movistar Riders. forZe have got to show us something here, though, because this is once again looking good for the defensive side.
Yeah, needed as well. I think for Movistar, in one of those sort of rounds, you cannot afford for it to be, in kind of any sense, expensive. That is what it's all about. So for now, take attack pause, forZe. In need of a conversation. Understandably so. I think for now, for Movistar, this bonus buy in towards the next, a very good position for them to be in. They've got plenty of money left in reserves. Nothing to lose coming in towards the next round. So they can once again continue playing this somewhat looser style of play, which on the CT side allows for some of these individuals to shine. Blade, unfortunately, has not done any of that. 1 on 11. The coach has been struggling. He had an alright map, number 1. You know, the double-digit kills wasn't too shabby in a decent win for Movistar, but unfortunately then it's been pretty rough. That's where the likes of kind of Mopos and WG are trying their hardest to prop up the team a little bit.
Hey, listen, man, it might work. Yeah, no, this is closer than it really deserves to be with a scoreline like that. But then I guess on the other side of things, you know, you got 2 and 10 to near. I don't know what his excuse is.
True.
Yeah, no. Nice nade onto Krad. Leicester starts for forZe, but still have everyone left alive at the very least, I suppose. Quick brackets control coming in. Mess feeling a little frisky, spraying through, just trying to gather a bit of info, baited out that, you know, he's the long holder. Oh, I've dropped back. Oh, I'm giving up the angle, etc. Davy G will go round. He finds two. Very, very well set up there, I would say, by the long boys. That should be all good from here. Result. Easily finished Fukushima. Can't get it done. So there you go. Movistar Riders. Again, no real sweat off their brow with that one.
No, pretty easy. Pretty simple. And of course, considering it was a bonus against full buy, all the more worrying. Something that's also quite worrying is this a tech pause, not attack pause. So we'll see what or anything changes, what comes forward from this. But overall, not the worst position to be in. We've seen some decent runouts so far. We've seen some fairly okay-ish performances at times in these late games from the forZe side. But yeah, right now, in a struggling period, you've got Movistar, who more or less going to be guaranteed the 9th round on the board. Probably pretty comfortably. There shouldn't be too much of a buy from forZe. And that is going to be a slightly troublesome period overall. For forZe, I don't know. I don't know what they've got left in the locker to try and change things at the moment. They have really felt like a bit of a underwhelming side so far this Inferno. Like we said, it's pretty bad for both of them in terms of win rates, and it's kind of showing.
Yeah, I think so. It has been a little unconventional, particularly again on the offensive side, right? There's not as much of that mid-round play, the baiting out, the slow build-up. It's a bit more telegraphed, I think, from both of these sides. And, well, hopefully for forZe, we don't see them kind of repeat the actions of Movistar Riders on the T side, really struggling to get the guns working. Resalt and Adam trading almost exactly the same amount of damage. But nothing much coming off the back of that one.
Very quiet for now. Nothing being found, at the very least, in this early part of the game. Still waiting for something. Pop Flash going to come through as well. Shalfie going to try and lead the charge. On towards the corner. A little Pop Flash comes through too. Nothing being brought to the table, but the Tech 9 till overwhelm Blade. Davies going to tuck his head, but surely not long live for the world here. One and only one. forZe got the sight.
Yeah, decent, man. What is going on with these half buys? So wild. So wild. There's plenty of money for Movistar Riders. Do they even really want to get in there, though? The A retake is almost solved. I mean, that smoke does go down quite quickly. Decent nade onto Shalfie. Oh, he's pushed out as well. The kill comes in. It's just going to be just alone. One more headshot required. Couldn't find it. Krad changes up the angle. Thank goodness, because just a little pre-fire there didn't look too bad. All the same, a big steal from forZe on the low buy. Really impressed.
Not to agree. This is a position to be in, to say the least. I think for forZe, winning those sort of rounds absolutely spiral into a lot of momentum going into your favor. Exactly what I want to see coming out of them. All tight square. Eyes both ways. Alarming times, though, to say the least. I think for Movistar, from what looked like a very strong position, getting a 9th there would have been huge. Not having it now has put them in a bit of a sticky spot where for forZe, reading down the next game all tied square, lead lost, and game can swing either way.
Nice find from Adam. Another one as well. Absolute filth, but it's Shalfie with some dirty plays of his own. Oh, and are we abandoning B? Not entirely, but he's drawn enough attention. It's a sort of close as you can get to B position from Just. He's not fully dedicated. And left a smoke over there as well, so buys a bit more time. The guessing games begin here with only 50 seconds left. Mopos, sneaky little off angle. Shalfie has all the nades is one of the big things, and Mopos is going to capitalize on that fact. Shalfie goes down, it's Gokashima alone, and he's got 3 to deal with. Really not going to be good for this AWP.
That's for sure. 1 versus 3 for Gokashima. You do question whether saving's the right call here. He still wants to give this a go, and he's still sticking around. Part of you is wondering why. Was there a box? Cleared. Ineffectively. Down he falls. Kind of surprised he actually even goes for it. I don't really understand why he sticks around. Does it make a difference overall? Round was going to go that way. Anyway, and we are going to see start back into a slim lead. This round still feels, well, this game, I say, still feels like a good swing either way. Neither side looking or playing kind of confident consecutive CS, but at the very least, take what we can get. forZe back into this half bite. How scary they can be.
A utility, but we've got deep mid position here to just kind of confirm the fact that it's all faking out. Result with a small panic. Attempt from Krad goes south. Looking good for Movistar Riders. Double digits just on the horizon.
Surely. Surely. What AK in the hands of Shalfie. Feels like a big ask. Well, not other realms, not other realms at all. Smoke going to be in front of them to deny them space towards that B site. Limited to speak of. And not a lot to speak of either. forZe aren't really doing anything. They're just sitting in towards Banana and hoping some level of an overextension comes through. In a 5 versus 3, the onus is on them to make the difference here. Util thrown towards B, and they're not going to pop off the back of it. They threw a smoke. Through the flashes, second time. Here they come.
Speed being employed. No kills coming through just yet. They know that there's a player out towards dark, but it's DaviG up high. Strikes at the perfect moment. That kind of locks them out. They will manage to get the bomb in here, but it's cost them almost everything. Down goes Shalfie, all on to Gokashima. AK retrieved. Gonna have to go crazy from here, man. I just don't see it happening. He gets one, instantly dealt with, though. And the retake looks nice.
It ain't bad. But I think probably on the other side as well, you can talk about the positives in the sense that it's good. And of course, Movistar get that round in their favour. Should have been a bomb plant, though. It's a 5 versus 3 and what felt like a pretty secure B site. Then, very rapidly, looked very vulnerable. Still, at a 10-8 scoreline. Not the worst position to be in at the very least. The buys are still there but uncomfortable towards forZe, where they can fully buy in towards this. But there are premium rifles across the deck. Double AK, double Galil, and that one MAC-10 coming through with semi-limited utility as well. Side. Triple AK, double M4A1S. Very comfy buy for the Movi side. Triple stack towards short A. Start things off.
Again, slow on the wind-up. forZe taking a lot of control in the apartments, though. There's nobody around to really stop them. So what is the move going to be? Bit of a fake-out flash towards the long hauls. Nobody's shooting, though. Nobody giving their position away on the forZe side of things. Seems to be well read here from Movistar Riders. Had him for 2. Another player in the pit to deal with after this guy, by the way. And I don't even know that he's going to go down, to be honest. What an angle. And what a find. Should have been 4, but all the same, him and DaviG have just absolutely locked it down.
That should be that. Gokashima might have something to say about it. Doubt he's going to find the round, but at the very least, if he can make it expensive, it would be something. Looking in. Hit. Spotted. Not tagged, though. He's a known quantity now. Has to collect the bomb, too. He just no chance here. Movistar don't need to fight, don't need to do anything. They know he's going to walk into danger. He has to walk into danger. Again, I'm surprised he's not even trying to attempt to save the AK-47 here. 1 more kill. 2 more kills. Hang on a second. This is on to a degree. Gokashima's taking damage as a pit player who's still playing around. That nearly got rough. I mean, the point still stands in a 1v5 situation. Why he's not going for a save call? Money's not exactly flourishing on that side, but well, it doesn't matter. What does matter is Movistar going to find another round in their favor. Of course, puts them up to an 11th, 2 rounds away from the map and the series. Of course, staying alive in the competition, this would eliminate forZe.
Yeah, and that would be crazy. Eliminated by the coach stand-in team that only just lost their arguably best player, maybe, you know, between him and Mopos, I would say. Your AWPer, though, is a pretty big part of the team. So it's crazy. And they couldn't capitalize on the fact that Blade is not only here, but also on the last map. Only got 2 kills.
I only got 2 this map, too.
Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Either way, Krad, chilling. Edge of the smoke. Cool. He'll take out Mopos. Going to get himself a little upgrade in the weapon. We do actually have a man advantage for forZe right now. We know that they like a half buy. I love this from Adam, though. His timing could be perfect. I think he might just miss the opportunity. Gets a few bullets off. Could have dropped that bomb if he was just a bit more confident in the move. Either way, it's going to be a weird round to deal with. They're headed towards B. And there's only one player to deal with them. Just as half HP. Kinda has to give up the site, maybe. Oh, we'll see that the selection of smokes means that Coffins has been left open, but they wait for Shalfie, and he gets the timing that he so desires. 2 remain. They're going to go for it here. Spam down can't stop the bomb plant. A weird retake on the way.
Yeah, running low on U2 as well. 1 smoke, 1 flash. Tag on towards Gokashima confirmed. Shalfie's also low as well, so this now becomes a possibility, but who cares? They're going away. They're going to go for a save here. Unfortunately, this is the meta right now on Inferno. Will not change.
What do you mean right now? It's been the meta for
yeah, well, I said
years.
right now. Yeah, it's been the meta for a hot minute. But yeah, what can you do? What can you do? It's actually a very doable retake as well. They're both the tags that they got as well were, you know, pretty known in terms of how much damage they'd been taking towards forZe. It was very much on the cards in that 2 versus 3, while of course the numbers don't favor them. Something definitely could have come forward there, but unfortunately, that is how it's played out. So Movistar still remain 2 rounds ahead, 2 rounds away from the map in the series, but not closer than they would want. That sort of half by there. Again for forZe, causing problems towards that Movistar side.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It is a very, very weird one that they're able to continually pull those rounds out. Just as we talk about an awful lot, the rules of engagement very, very different. And that maybe is a part of it, the fact that they're able to play more aggressively and don't have to communicate stuff as much. Just sort of go with your instincts can make it a bit easier to play around. And then because of that shift in energy, it seems Movistar riders can't really deal with them.
On that corner, Result, get a little space here. Double stack towards long. Double nade to join them as well. A lot of damage being taken there by both Blade and Davy G. And Davy G's now being spotted. He's in a lot of trouble. Thankfully, smoke will come through to bail him out. So once again, they can reclaim a little space here. Not a lot of info to go off at the moment. It feels very awkward playing on that Coffin's position too. Surely gets checked. Wrestle doesn't get checked, however. He gets a freebie. Davy G panics. That'll be that.
Nasty. Very nasty indeed. Result on the lurk here. And it seems to have worked. They have been pulled away from A, so it's just Blade alone. He's going to get a Molotov down. Surely a rotation has to come back around. I think they're just leaving him to his fate. So, Mr. Blade, oh, let's see what you could do. It's decent. It's not a bad attempt. 1.5 kills, let's say, but the round will be secured by forZe.
This game getting closer, within 1. So Movistar have 3 remain alive. It's okay. It means their funds will be in an okay spot, but Moppaz isn't given that luxury. Down he falls. Now, once again, in a little bit of trouble. Justin Adam is all that's going to be saved there. Krad doesn't stick around for the fight. I don't mind that call. Money isn't exactly flourishing towards forZe either, so they can't really afford the luxury of dropping weapons for no reason, especially dropping over AKs, which are so valuable towards Movistar in this situation. In the terms of their buy, I don't think they're going to be able to justify one here. Unless they go for a really uncomfortable, kind of awkward force. I don't think that'll be the case. I think we'd probably expect some level of a half buy. Maybe if Davy G wants to invest into like an upgraded pistol, bit of armor. But overall, they're going to rely on those 2 rifles to try and do the job. Another attack timeout going to be called. This doesn't feel the way we'd want it to be right now. This has got this game being, 11-all written all over it.
Yeah, it certainly does feel that way. To be honest. But we'll see. We will see. With a bit of rifleage to work with, there is a chance of nicking things away. I don't think they're going to invest absolutely anything, though. So putting all their chips into the next rifle round. Got to start to get some frags up here on that Movistar Riders side of things. It's been a dry spell for a good number of rounds.
It's been a very odd position. Flash over towards mid. Like we said, double rifle is the play. Davy G teaming up for armor here. Just going to go with the 5-7. Smoking a flash. Pop flash can come through. To be used of it. And we start banking on the fact there's 2 smokes and hopefully by a little bit of room. Rifles to work, but unfortunately, none of those rifles in the direction of B. And there's 3 players, especially about to be 4 heading in that area. But no, the bomb actually is going to go towards A. They've quad stacked B here. Which normally would be a good call. It's all a ruse, all a bait and switch. Unless that bomb comes to join them, then we're in a different story.
Resalt. Creeping. Oh, yeah, just not quite dedicated to the angle, unfortunately. That's a big kill, isn't it? Really, really big. All right, let's see then. Moving in towards B, there is that stack. Not really going to be able to do very much. Waiting for Resalt to come from behind as well. They are headed in. Maybe could have seen the rifle join the fray, but Adam is just chilling on that other bomb site. He will take the M4 into the next round, maybe? I mean, it now looks like he's kind of going for it, and he's going to lose his life a little pointlessly. So, yeah, not quite sure. The pistols bought a lot of time. He really could have just rotated CT to join them, and then it would have been a 4-man. But neither here nor there, is it really? We didn't expect them to win from that position.
That's that. 11-all. We said it was a possibility. Now this game starts to look not too... Well, I mean, very difficult to call as well because Movistar letting this slip quite considerably. This feels like a game that potentially should have been closed out quite a while ago. Back into a buy for them. Got Kashima in towards the AWP. There's money left in reserves for forZe as well. So Movistar, if they want to win out this game in regulation, they've got to do it. Full buy after full buy. Just on the corner towards half wall. Falls away before the nades come through. Krad's getting a lot of space. The flash isn't good enough. The re-swing will cost Krad his life, however. That nade's good.
Result in the apartments. And absolutely loving this spot, finding a lot of lurks. Doesn't seem to be as much brackets present from Movistar Riders, and it's something that forZe have looked to abuse. Really unsure. Continuing to just send the feelers out there on the forZe side.
Already, though. On that corner, Gokashima and Co. Looking for space towards A. Not a commitment being made here, though. The bomb is still deep in towards Ram. 40 seconds to speak of. No actual decision being made just yet. Bomb going to be collected by Tinner. Where's he head with it is the question. Looking like it's going to join up. They're just playing sight here. Blade and Adam, they need something magical if you want to lock this one out. The 2v4 fight on towards his A site.
Result. Lovely entry. Blade unable to stand strong, though. And it will be an unfortunate, reluctant save for the B players. forZe are doing it, running it back. They've found where the issues are. It's over on that A side, arguably because that's where Blade is, and they're unsure on the Movistar side about the setups, about his level of confidence, and they are absolutely pushing their thumb into this wound, man.
Yeah. Rightfully so. I think for forZe, surely this feels like a prime opportunity. Look at the money towards Movistar. Might even still be hunting on the way out here. This might not be as comfortable as a save as they'd hope. I'm surprised the remaining three don't go for this. They got so much money. Fly towards that B site, even though they die for no reason. Even though an attempt is better than nothing. Does not matter. Overall, there will be some level of buy here. It's not going to be overly pretty. An AK-MM4, a FAMAS, an Adam. I don't know, like an MP9. No, we're going to go for the auto shotgun. Not a dream scenario. Not impossible. We're playing for forZe closing this in regulation as many rounds as possible. Or going towards overtime. Doesn't really feel like a game which is deserving of overtime due to its scrappiness, but Movistar might find a second win late into it.
Krad is relatively low in banana. Thanks to all the nades. It looks like we're in for a B hit to finish us off and maybe extend the game. Gokashima on the entry, taking his time. Nades over the top. But is there a commitment? Unsure, given Krad the flashbangs. That is way harder to say than you would think. Gokashima and the boys working their way in here. Flashes are perfect. Tanier going to be the entry. Oh, and a clean one, man. It's just through the smoke for two. Is it enough? 3-on-3 as the bomb goes down. This is for all the marbles.
Gotta be said. Good position. Krad with the AWP finding one. Flashing towards the corner. So now Davy G is known. Krad doesn't need the fight, but looks like he's sticking around for it. 2 versus 3. Where's the other? Krad will fall into the 2 versus 2. They have a kit to speak of. Into the realms of possibility. One playing pillar. Smoking towards Darks. Interesting decision. Davy G can find Resold. Hang on. But they don't clear him in towards that smoke. Shelfie sees it off. A really, really weird series of Counter-Strike. Very scrappy. Very, very janky in terms of the setups. Neither side looking comfortable. Neither side looking clean at all. And, you know, we can give the caveat towards Movistar that they're playing with a